Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Brew Gentleman Brewing Company out of Braddock, Pennsylvania. This is part of their seasonal IPA series, single IPA series. I'm actually not going to be doing these anymore, at least according to their release schedule for 2020. So that's why I especially wanted to get this because I don't think I have another opportunity to do a review for it. This is the winter one, Kaizen. See there, it says seasonal IPA, 5.6 ABV. This one is definitely a traditional hopped IPA. It is Simcoe, Amarillo, and Chinook. So that that's it's pretty classic there. I'm pretty sure I've had this, but it's been a long time, and I've definitely not had this batch. So pretty excited to crack it open and see what we got. And again, crack it open, no hiss, and it pours perfectly. It's a really nice, like, lemon meringue look to it. Like a bright, hazy yellow color with about 2 fingers worth of really fluffy white head that, reminds me of meringue. Huh. So it's a little bit more tropical than I would have expected from those hops. There's a good bit of a peach character to it. There's some orange peel and like a slight resiny note, but it's not super strong. It's actually, the aroma is kind of muted in general. Huh. Wow, it's kind of a lot different than most of their IPAs. Like I said, I'm almost positive I've had this before, but it's I wouldn't really guess, Simcoe or Amarillo. Well, maybe Amarillo, but not Chinook either. Chinook's usually really dank and bitter. It has a really nice, crisp, like orangey, limey character to it. It is a little bit earthy, but it's definitely not like dank like I would say Chinook and Simcoe generally are. It does have a little bit of that mild medicinal character that Amarillo has sometimes. But it's kind of, it's similar to all their other hoppy beers where the body is like super pillowy and soft. So that's pretty much perfect. It does have that bready character. And the hops are super clean. There's no like weedy, and I don't mean marijuana weeds. I mean like grassy plant material weeds. There's no notes like that. It's all just really fresh picked hop character, but it's not super pungent. And I mean maybe it is 5.62, which I would generally but by today's standards, usually the difference between pale ale and IPA are basically just separated by ABV, not really any type of malt character or hop schedule, which I don't know if I agree with that or not, but it is what it is. Generally, when I think of pale ales, I think of a little bit more of like a darker, heftier malt character. And this it's not a darker malt, but it definitely has a heftier malt character than most of their IPAs. Most of their IPAs are pretty balanced, but this is actually almost almost more malty than it is hoppy, and it's not like caramely malty. It's just really like bready. But it does have a really nice crisp, like limey, orangey, citrusy hop bite to it too. You know, if I was just saying like, is this an amazing, like single it's really good. If I were to say, is this my favorite single IPA they've done, or in general, I would say no. But is it a great beer? Absolutely. If this was just marketed as like a pale ale or something, I think it's a little misleading only because of the hops that I know are in it. But, really that shouldn't matter. As long as it's a good beer, it's a good beer. And this is absolutely a good beer. Yeah, now I'm getting... So before it was like orange peel. Now it's kind of turning into like marmalade. Like really like juicy orange and a little bit of pineapple too. Sometimes, it takes... I don't even think it's a temperature thing. I think it's more of your taste buds getting accustomed to like the strongest flavors, and once those get dulled down a little bit, then you can really dig into what's underneath those. And that, to me, that's really what shows how good an IPA is, if you can really pick up some new stuff underneath it. Sometimes the bad ones are the opposite, where they taste not too bad at the beginning, and then you start to taste some weird off flavors, and you're like, I don't know if I like this, but that's definitely not the case with this. So this was $9 for this fill, which I would gladly pay again. $4.50 for a 12 ounce, definitely worth it. Another great hoppy beer by these guys. Excuse me. To be honest, other than like their giant barrel aged beers, any of their like sub 8% beers, I could just crush all day, every day, and not get tired of them, because they're just so balanced and easy drinking. And this one is definitely no exception. It's for sure a buy for me. It's unfortunate they're not going to make this again, at least from what I understand, because I would definitely buy this again. I'm not going to be up there again while it's still on. At least I don't think so. So I'm probably never going to have this again, unfortunately. Who knows? But another really, really great beer by these guys. If you've never had anything from them, you definitely need to check them out, because they're doing some awesome stuff. They're going to be canning soon, so that's even more opportunity for people to check them out. So that's all I got in this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.